Well, hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yes, but I thought I'd do a little video because there's been loads of people asking where I've been. And actually about 4, I think. Well, we've had some changes in the garage, like this little baby here has joined the fleet. It's actually a 50-year-old Mini. Yeah, really cool. But today, we're not taking that car, we are taking this one. It has been joined by a little friend next to it, but that's for another day. Let's take this one out for a ride. If you're not aware, at the moment in Spain we have certain restrictions, and down here in Andalusia we can't go from like town to town. And I live in an area called Casares, and Casares is actually a village up in the mountains, and I live at the coastal bit, and there's a really nice road. Fortunately, even though we're in lockdown, I have a nice road that I can actually drive up and down. So I say lockdown, but it's more just of a restriction of movement. So so this is my area, so I thought what I'd do today is take you on this drive from the coast, which is the bit where I live, up to the village of Casares, and I thought I'd talk you through the route, things to see, places to eat, and while I'm doing that, talk about the car a bit, and also a bit about where I've been and what I've been up to. So let's go. I haven't done a video for so long, I actually didn't remember what equipment I needed. I couldn't find a microphone. I've got a big fluffy thing here which I'm hoping might work, or there's that microphone there which I'll see later which one works. This car's quite noisy, obviously, with the roof down. We've had a lot of rain this week. You'll see lots of stuff around everywhere. Engine's a bit cold, just take it easy for a little bit. So this is actually quite a nice road. It got resurfaced maybe about 10 years ago. What I'll do is I'll put a link to a Google map below so you can see where it is. Now when it rains in Spain, because it doesn't rain that often, the roads can be very, very slippery. So at the moment I've got it in sport mode. We're not out to kill ourselves today. It's just a bit of a fun drive, nice drive up to the village, and I'll show you some stuff along the way. Now, so yeah, so it's very slippery. You'll see, I don't know if you've ever driven in Spain or not, but the roads here are, when it rains, it's terrible. So I'm just going past a place here called Finca Cortesín. Finca Cortesín is a very exclusive golf resort and hotel, and they've got some beautiful villas there, very, very expensive. I think the hotel starts at like €1,000 a night or something. I don't tend to stay there. Fortunately, I don't need to. The good thing with this, with Ferraris, there's a bit of a bumpy road here, so I'm just slowing down. My phone's going everywhere. Hold on. Because Ferraris, they always have really good heating. It's actually about 15 degrees at the moment. Doesn't like those bunks. 15 degrees, but when you put the heating on, it's actually very warm in here, even with the hood down. It's really good. I think they've always been known for having really good heating for this reason, so you can enjoy it anytime you want. Okay, so this is where we start. That over there is Estepona Mountain. We went up there the other day, but there's a cloud covering at the top. And I love this road. I've been coming up here practically, I don't know, since I moved to Spain. I come up here a lot. I mean, it's become a bit bumpy. You'll see like there's bits of the road that are a bit broken, but you can tend to avoid them. You don't have to go like a nutcase either to enjoy this road. It's a very nice venta here. So this is a venta. It's called Venta Cozar. Now, ventas are like, they're restaurants essentially. They used to be like people's homes. And in fact, some of them, like that one, is actually still somebody's home. So you can go there to eat. And ventas have typically been, they're just like restaurants on the side of the road. They tend to be really good value. So we go there quite a lot. They're normally very busy. They used to be really cheap. I mean, they're still good value. I mean, that one, Casares, we went there the other day. I mean, okay, you can end up spending quite a bit of money, but you don't need to. And I love those ventas because the food is very authentic. It's very normal food, you know, they sort of like have their own pigs and stuff, and that's where the pork comes from. But into race. Be careful with race mode, because in race mode you get a lot more slip with the car, so it's a bit more fun. But when I'm not sure about the grip levels on the road, I prefer to leave it in sport. Yeah, see, it's very slippery. But the gear change is very quick in race mode, surprisingly quick. So everyone knows I loved my 360 if you followed my channel for any amount of time. But this upgrade to this 430, I mean, there are some really significant differences. And one of them by far is the gearbox. It's a massive leap up from the 360. It's very responsive. Okay, it's still not a dual clutch, but it's really, really good. It really is. You know, my M4 is a dual clutch. And you wouldn't go, I don't get into this and think, oh, it's terrible compared to the M4. When you've got it in race mode like now, it's not. Now you can see the road's a bit damp around here. Let's just switch into sport mode, because just to be on the safe side. Like I said, I mean, I don't tend to drive like a nutcase on these roads. That's why I like to go on track days, because that's where you can really start to push the cars. I haven't been able to take this one yet. This is another Venta here, a very modern looking one, if you can see it. Venta Garcia. They've tried to take the traditional food and modernize it, and it doesn't really work. So, sorry guys at Venta Garcia, we need to change the menu. Unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of sun today because the weather's been terrible recently. We had a lot of rain, huge amounts of rain. When it rains in Spain, it really rains. So, here's a really nice venta called Venta Victoria. We come here quite a lot to eat now. The views are amazing. Really sort of authentic country food, you know? Here we go. To be careful. So yeah, so I like to just enjoy the road without killing myself. The interesting thing with these single clutch gearboxes on the 430s is that they actually sort of double declutch, I think, in race mode. I mean, the gear change, the down change. It's really nice. See, there's no good. And the thing is, you have to be careful on this road because you get like that one who doesn't observe his side. Is that you get a lot of people walking along it, especially farmers. You know, they're like 80 or 90 years old. Do you think, Jesus, they've lasted this long? We don't want to like, you know, do anything to them. So here's a, I know, I thought this was a Venta, it's actually a rubbish tip. So, let's go put it in sport mode. Oh, that's good. He's just gone off there. Oh, bloody hell. So this is where it gets like a very twisty bit on this road. Again, you have to be very careful because people do come along in the middle of the road. This is the one I thought. Arroyo Hondo. This restaurant is really good. It's sunk in there. Really nice food. If you want a romantic meal with your loved one, Arroyo Hondo it's called. Really good. Even in sport mode, well, even in sport mode, it still slips, you know. So you do have to be really careful. Remember, these aren't, I mean, this is a 2007 car. You know, the traction control systems have come a long way since this car was developed. I mean, the traction control system in this car is much better than the 360. Oh my god, under braking, I didn't even keep up braking myself. You know, these are still, oh bloody hell, see under braking there, it just went. So obviously here, this bit of the road, because it's in the mountains, it's a bit damper. So what I was just trying to say was that, you know, like, that's quite difficult to talk. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the 360, the traction control system of that was quite a rudimentary one. I mean, it did the trick a lot of the time, but it could really catch you out. And this one is obviously better, it's a more modern one. But it's still not like a modern system, so you still have to respect the fact that it's really easy to lose it. I can tell you that from experience. So, and you know, we're on public roads, you've got to take it easy. I don't like seeing YouTubers that cane it through roads and they're like driving generally quite dangerously. So, we are approaching the village. We're going to wake everybody up. I mean, one of the criticisms I have of this car is the seats. The seats really bother me. I really can't get very comfortable in these seats. They look lovely, but they're not very comfortable. And the noise. I think it needs a sort of aftermarket exhaust. So we are just coming into the back of the village. There's a restaurant up there, which you could probably just see, called Sarmiento. And it's really good. Now, you probably can't see the village from here. I am going to go, I'm going to let this truck pass. So this is the village of Casares. We'll try and get a better view for you in a second. So the village of Casares is named after Julius Caesar, who used to hang around here. In fact, there's some really cool Roman baths just down the road from here, and they say that's where apparently Julius Caesar cured himself of some liver problem or something. So this is a very old area. I mean, it's just, and there's even there's like a castle here. Just here we go. Look, we're going to be able to stop, and you're going to be able to see something. Here you go. Look. Ta-da! So that's the, you know, this is like a traditional Andalusian white village. It's very nice actually. I'll maybe try and take you through it for a tour one day of the village. And there's like the remains of a Moorish fortress at the top. It's a 12th century fortress. It's very nice. Really nice to come here. Like I said, that restaurant, that Sarmiento one, overlooks the village. It's in a beautiful place and definitely worth going to. Now, that was my brief drive in the car. Hope you enjoyed it. This is the first day I've actually viewed it. I haven't taken this car out for, I don't know, maybe like a month or 2 months or something. Just so much bad rain. There's been a lot going on. I didn't even talk about what's been going on with me for the past few months. So I'll do another video to update you on that if anybody actually even cares. I think there's 4 people that might do. But yeah, so anyway, I'll leave you with that. And I will be back very soon, because I really feel bad that I haven't done more videos with this 430, because there's a lot of people that followed me because of the 360, or followed me on YouTube, and they were really keen to understand like the difference from going from a 360 to a 430, and really want to get that across because it's really interesting. Anyway, hope you're all well, and thank you if you're still watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.